All the new music coming in 2025. Music lovers are already bracing for an equally exciting 2025. Below, we dive into everything we know about 15 of our most anticipated albums, from Lana Del Rey's Country Moment to manifested returns from Beyoncé and Taylor Swift. Beyoncé taught a masterclass in genre reinvention and black music history with Renaissance and Cowboy Carter, the first two chapters in her ongoing album trilogy. And while Rock Album is the leading theory for its final Act 3, we won't know anything until Queen Bey is ready to share with us. That said, signs point to an album cover featuring a horse, and the Beyhive being well-fed. Release date, TBA. Taylor Swift. Could this be the year Taylor Swift drops Reputation, Taylor's version? The pop star's track record and in-depth Swiftie-led investigations suggest at least one of her remaining 2 re-recorded albums is on the calendar for 2025. While her snake-inspired electropop 6th album feels resonant this year. If a man talks sh*t, then I owe him nothing, anyone. We wouldn't be surprised if she zags with her version of 2006's Taylor Swift or a top-secret unexpected Travis Kelce-inspired Third Thing. Release date, TBA. Addison Rae. If all is just in the world, this will be the year Addison Rae ascends the throne that gay Twitter has been readying since her 2023 EP AR dropped. After releasing the sensual Diet Pepsi and Madonna-esque Aquamarine last year, a proper debut album feels like the logical next step, and well-curated collabs with Charli XCX and Arca have us confident in its pop music-saving potential. Release date, TBA. Chapel Roan. This may be wishful thinking on our part, considering Chapel Roan is coming off the bedazzled heels of a meteoric year. Still, the Midwest Princess confirmed she and go-to producer Dan Nigro have 5, maybe 6 new songs locked and loaded. Plus, fans have already rallied behind The Subway, a wailing breakup ballad played on tour last summer, and the unabashed queer country bop The Giver, debuted on Saturday Night Live. At the risk of sounding too hot to go, this follow-up could be arriving sooner than later. Release date, TBA. After releasing her debut mixtape Alligator Bites Never Heal, scoring 3 Grammy nominations, headlining a sold-out tour, and dropping a star-studded sitcom-inspired Denial is a River visual, an early contender for 2025's Best Music Video. The Doekiai hype is real. Thankfully, the Florida rapper has already promised a debut album with more hits and a 2025 release. Release date, TBA. Rosalia. The release of Rosalia's untitled 4th album feels imminent after the Spanish singer-songwriter confirmed she's been in the studio. In the wake of Motomami's massive success, she's drawn influence from personal growth, Kate Bush, Janis Joplin, and reading paper books, as she told Highsnobiety. Release date, TBA. Lord. A Lord album feels likely after the New Zealander spent 2024 dropping ominous hints via studio pics, emailed newsletters and bling-kinule missit snippets. Word on the street is the solar power singer's new era was honed alongside producer Jimmy Stack, Caroline Polachek, Casey Hill and Dominic Fike. For now though, this girl stays so confusing. Release date, TBA. Miley Cyrus. Will Miley Cyrus fix our lives? That seems to be the goal for the newly minted Grammy winner's 9th album Something Beautiful, dropping later this year. As she told Harper's Bazaar, the visual and experimental record takes inspo from Pink Floyd's The Wall and 1995 Thierry Mugler Couture, with hopes of medicating somewhat of a sick culture through music. Release date, TBA. Lady Gaga. In true Gaga fashion, Mother Monster is leaning into mystery ahead of LG7, her first pop album since 2020's Chromatica. Aside from whispers of a February 2025 release and a mysterious countdown, the singer has been tight-lipped about the record, which she says leaps around genre in a way that's almost corrupt. Still, a Coachella headliner slot and lead singles Die with a Smile and Diseased imply a supersized rollout. Release date, TBA. FKA Twigs techno dance floor makeouts, and sweaty raves in Prague inspired Twigs' upcoming 3rd album Eusexua, her first full-length release since 2019's Magdalene. In an Instagram post she described the record as her opus, and a pin at the center of the core of my artist. Accordingly, the leading title track, which dropped in August, is a thesis statement demanding togetherness in the name of psychedelic trance. Its music video previews the carnal and hypnotic choreography defining this era, and makes us. Tate McRae's rise has long been prophesied by in-the-know pop heads who can recognize a trained dancer pedigree when they see it. For that reason, the 21-year-old's past 2 banner years felt like an arrival. On her third album So Close to What, arriving February 21st, the Canadian singer seems to be leaning into the slick DJF hot girl aesthetic she cultivated on X's and Greedy. Lead single It's Okay I'm Okay elicited well-deserved comparisons to Alter Ego. Already feels like a perfect title for Lisa's debut solo album, dropping February 28th. Considering every track we've heard thus far represents a different facet of the Blackpink rapper's identity. On the Tame Impala sampling Rockstar, she's a hyper-confident international celeb. On the girl-powered Rosalia collab New Woman, she reveals chameleonic trap music powers. And Moonlit Floor Kiss Banks. 10 years after the release of her debut album Goddess, Banks is billing her upcoming 5th record, Off With Her Head, as a return to alt-pop form. In addition to reuniting with producers and musicians who shaped her initial sound, she's recruited some new collaborators like Doekiai, who matches her spite level on I Hate Your Ex-Girlfriend. Release date, February 28th. Japanese Breakfast. Lead singer Michelle Zauner's search for meaning inspired the gloomy direction of Japanese Breakfast's first album in 3 years, fittingly titled For Melancholy Brunettes and Sad Women. The record is perfectly slotted to usher in Sad Girl Spring, revolving around themes of temptation and fear of failure, topped off by an unexpected collaboration with actor Jeff Bridges. Release date, March 21st. Lana Del Rey. The wait for Lana Del Rey's 10th album, a Gone Country turn originally set for September 2024, has felt more like a bumpy dirt path than a picturesque backroad. Nevertheless, when the illustrious songwriter commits to a concept, she delivers. After confirming a headlining slot at this year's Stagecoach, announcing a May 21st release, and teasing a new track called Henry, we're fairly confident that LDR10, now titled The Right Person Will Stay, is hitching its wagon to a summer drop. Release date, May 21st.